Hello everybody, Iron Man Mark 7 here, and today we are on the Aquatic Horizons server. It is episode 5. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below, and consider subscribing if you're not already done so. Guys, let's get into this episode. As you can see by my inventory here, we have a lot of netherrack, which, of course, means we're going to be working in the nether today. We have been clearing out an area, and that'll become apparent why in just a second. So let me go ahead and dump some of this netherrack here into this chest. We still have a fair amount of area to clear out, but actually what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be doing a little grinding and getting some resources together. So while I go ahead and do that, let me go ahead and explain what we're going to be doing. So our nether hub, if you recall, is kind of buried in the side of a nether mountain. So what we're going to be doing is clearing out a space in that nether mountainside to put our nether hub. It'll be nice and decorated, nice and modern, is what I'm kind of going for. So I'm going to go ahead and go on a little bit of a resource mining mission, guys. Let's get into it. Alright guys, we are here at the sand mining desert. I'm going to be doing a little work trying to get together some materials for today's build. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be using a lot of concrete in this build, just like we did in last week's build with the shop. But we're going to be doing kind of a Tony Stark Iron Man-ish kind of build. You know, my gamer tag is Iron Man Mark 7. I've really loved Iron Man. He's one of my favorite characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I've not really done any Iron Man inspired builds. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our nether hub look very reminiscent of Tony Stark's mansion from the films. So that's why I'm out here gathering up the sand, the gravel, the concrete, and getting supplies together. And I will be right back when we have all the sand and concrete we will ever possibly need. And getting concrete would not be possible without these gravelly mountain biomes. Let me tell you, these things are the best thing they ever added. Oh my goodness. Getting this much gravel this quickly would be such a pain without these new biomes. However, the one thing that is really still annoying is finding squids. In fact, it's probably even more annoying now because the server is now running on 1.13.1, which means they can only spawn... Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't want to get hit by you. They can only spawn in oceans and river biomes, which really makes it challenging to find squids, and we're going to need a lot of ink sacks for today's episode. I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 stacks worth. So that's going to be a really annoying thing to work with. And still no trident. Alright guys, welcome to the nether. So this is the area that I have cleared out. It's a rather large area. You can see there's my nether portal behind me. So the rest of this area here, it's quite large, and this is pretty much the area that we are going to be building our new nether hub in. In fact, we might even expand it out to be a little bit larger, but this is what we have so far. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting over here by the nether portal, because that's kind of my frame of reference for how the rest of this build is going to go together. I have mapped this out in a creative world, so I do kind of have a... Oop, that's not what I wanted to use. I want to use the actual concrete, not powder. Alright, there we go. It's in my shulker box here. So we're going to place that down, and I've got 2 stacks of concrete blocks put together. I do have some more concrete powder on reserve that I will probably end up using. but I just kind of wanted to get a start on it. It's been a little bit since I started gathering materials, so I wanted to just kind of get started. So there we go. We are going to frame the portal out with white concrete, and we're also going to frame out the areas to the side of it. So we're going to be bringing out kind of a staggered design here to each side of the portal, and it will kind of gently arc out into the room. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to continue this out twice more for each side of the portal. Okay, there you go. We've got the right side done now, and we're going to do the same exact thing for the left side. Except I don't want these blocks here. There we go. I want to bring that back a little bit. Exactly. Alright. Okay. So we are going to extend this back one on all of these sides. And we'll just continue to do that for the whole design. We're also going to extend that back. And, okay, something's not looking right here. Ah, okay, I think I know what it is here. Okay, I have a rough design sketched out, but not necessarily holding true to it, it looks like. So, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so we actually didn't go far enough forward initially, so we're going to correct that. Alright, I'm going to work on this for a little bit, guys, and I'll give you a little progress update when I've got this section more or less mapped out. Okay, guys, so that section is kind of framed in, and we've got a little bit of the ceiling kind of also framed out, but we're going to be working on the floor at the moment, I think. So, what we're going to be doing, since we're going to be completely blocking the nether out in this build, we don't want to see any netherrack or anything like that. It's going to be mostly a white and black build to get that contrast going. So, what I'm doing here is clearing out some floor. We want to have a very glossy looking floor design, and that's really hard to do in Minecraft because none of the blocks are really truly glossy, except for maybe glass. So what I'm going to do is kind of try and establish a little bit of a reflection aesthetic here. So we're going to be clearing out the floor. We'll be putting in some gray concrete powder on this level that I'm digging out now. And then above that, we're going to put in some black stained glass. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of a hole here. I don't want to fall through that. That would be very, very bad. Okay. So I'm going to dig out the floor here, and we'll start putting in some gray concrete powder, and hopefully get a bit of a firm substance to walk on. Okay, so we've got the floor hole filled in over there. We're going to start laying down some gray concrete powder. This will kind of serve as our backdrop so that when we look down through the glass, this is what we're going to see. They give a little bit of a texture to the floor as well. I think it works really well from the creative build that I did. It worked really nicely. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and lay down some of this gray concrete powder to serve as the floor design. I don't want to take out all of the floor yet because if we need to go through the nether to any of the other portions of the world, we want to be able to actually get out of this room at the moment. And right now, if I dig too deep, that's not going to happen. So there's the black stained glass that I'm going to be laying down on top of this gray concrete. I think it looks really, really nice. It really establishes the effect that we're going for. And with the connected textures in Optifine, it also works really nicely. It's very seamless. Okay, I'm also going to need to take out this netherrack here because this will be at glass level and you'll be able to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this area. Oh. Let's go ahead and help Thesis out. Where did you die? Okay, we're going to take a quick intermission while I go help Thesis find his stuff. Okay, guys, well, unfortunately, we weren't able to help Thesis out with his stuff. It did end up despawning before we could get to it. But in the meantime, I have made a little bit of progress over here at my Nether hub. We have managed to fill in the entire floor and take out all the high spots. And so what we're going to be working on now is getting the area that the wall is going to go in cleared out. This wall here is mostly going to be stone. There's going to be very little white concrete in it. So it's going to be a little bit of a separation from the wall that we did behind us. And that wall is not completely finished either. We are going to cover up the rest of the netherrack that is in there. But right now I don't have the material to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on the walls instead. So we are going to be using mostly stone over here. We're going to be using, I believe we'll use some andesite here along the base where the glass is eventually going to be. So we're going to bring that all the way on over here to right about here. Okay. And then let's go ahead and fill in the bottom here with cobblestone because we don't want the gas to be able to see through here and, of course, blow stuff up. So let's go ahead and just fill this area in. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab some stuff from our chest here. Alright. So we need some stone. And actually, you know what? I don't have a crafting table on me. That might be a bit of a problem. Okay, let me go ahead and place down just the general outline here. So we're going to be using mostly stone bricks. I'm going to use some stone brick stairs as well, so I'm going to have to go back and get a crafting table. But we can put down the stone bricks for the moment. So we're going to also take out all this area up here. There we go. Very nice. And we're going to be placing down stone bricks here along the edges every 3 or so blocks. Okay, so we'll place one right there. And we'll just keep moving down the line and continue this pattern. Okay, so I have gone ahead and laid out that pattern on both walls now, so both the left and the right. What we are going to be doing here in the middle, before we go back and get ourselves a crafting table and work on the walls a little bit more, we do have the resources to lay out this part here in the center. So let's go ahead and lay down some gray concrete, and we're going to make what essentially is a 7x7 circle with this concrete in the middle of our room, or not quite the middle, more toward the portal side. We're going to lay down some andesite, just because it's a fairly good building material. So let's go ahead and lay down that. You know what, actually, let's go ahead and use cobblestone. A little bit more efficient. Okay, so this is the general layout of our circle. Let's go ahead and fill it in. And then we're going to go ahead and lay the andesite down on top of that. And then we'll have basically a circle sort of in the middle of our room. This, if you guys haven't already figured it out, is Iron Man's Hall of Armor. So this circle will be the area where he iconically stood when he equipped all of his armor for the first time. It'll look really good, I think. So let's go ahead and fill all this area in. We're going to use some slabs around the outside just to make it nice and easy to walk up. And yes, we're going to bring this circle all the way up, and then here in the middle, we'll go ahead and fill that in with gray concrete powder as well. Out the back side here, what we're going to be doing is having a little walkway that leads from the rest of the Nether through our pre-existing tunnel. Will lead to this center dais here, and then of course we can then walk off the dais into our Nether portal. So that's kind of the general design that we are going for. I'm going to keep working on this, keep fleshing it out. Let's go ahead and put down some cobblestone here, and then we will finally put in our gray concrete powder. So this area here is more or less done. This is how it's going to look. Same goes with this walkway. We are going to bring it up one more level, but then the gray concrete powder will run through in a 1 block wide path all the way over to the Nether tunnel. So that's what it kind of looks like, guys. And we're going to keep working on this, keep fleshing it out. But that is kind of the center bit done. We will, of course, wrap the gray concrete powder for the lower floor. And then, of course, the glass over top of that. We'll wrap that around this whole area here. But we're going to keep working on it and kind of keep fleshing this design out. It's working really well so far. We haven't had any incidents with ghasts, so consider ourselves lucky. Okay guys, so a lot of time has passed and we have done significant amount of work. You see, we've got all of the walls, or all 3 of the walls in. We've got some birch wood behind each of those alcoves there. Over here on the sides, we've used white concrete and some redstone lamps. And then up on the ceiling is still one of our main work areas, as well as over here. On this side, we still have some gray concrete powder to put in and some black stained glass on both sides. Needs to still be added. But we have got quite a bit done. And I still have some resources that I can throw in here. But it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it so far. Over here on this back wall, we are going to be putting in some gray concrete blocks behind these slabs to just kind of finish the whole area off. Yeah, so I managed to get that crafting bench. It has been a huge help getting everything together. But yeah, guys, it's looking really, really good. It'll look even better when it's finished, of course, but that is what we've got so far. I did also reroute that tunnel a little bit. It was just a tad bit off center, so I went ahead and widened it up a little bit. But everything looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead, keep working on this, guys, and I will see you guys in just a minute. Okay, guys, well, I have spent a lot of time on this project by now, but the thing that has taken up most of my time so far has been squid ink. It's a huge pain to get squids in this new update because they only spawn in the oceans and the rivers, which means I can't really make an effective farm just anywhere I want. I have to kind of lay aside a place for it. And we are eventually going to do that, but right now I haven't really done a lot to get squid ink. So, as you can see here, Dryden has agreed to trade me some for some iron blocks. So thank you so much, Dryden, for that. I appreciate you so much. And this is going to make my job a lot easier. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. And with that ink, we were able to finish off all the glass for the floor and also make up this gray concrete, which I have here, which is going to help us to fill out the rest of this wall back here. Alright, so with that done, this wall is complete. The only thing that remains to be done here is to place in some gray concrete up here, and then around the edges, the outside edge of those redstone lamps, we are also going to place in black stained glass. So I'm going to go ahead and place in the rest of this stuff here. So we need some black stained glass. Let's go ahead and craft up around 40 or so of those. Hopefully that should get us through. We don't have a huge area to cover here, so let's go ahead and throw that in. That way you can see the cobblestone behind it. It kind of provides an interesting texture behind it, but it also gives the whole lighting fixture up here kind of a glossy look, just like we wanted to do with the floor, which I think worked out very, very well. Okay, not quite enough glass, but a stack or so, maybe 32 more, should be enough. So let's go ahead and throw in the last of it. Awesome, awesome. Just a little more gray concrete and we should be good to go. So I am going to go ahead and craft that up really, really quick. And I will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, the last few blocks are in place. It is done. Finally, we have finished this build. Oh, we still have one block up here. Let's go ahead and fill that in. But other than that, it is done. It is the Hall of Armor, so we are going to be putting armor stands in these little alcoves here. But I'm going to be doing that off camera because mainly it is a right pain to get all of those armor stands positioned correctly. So that's going to be a challenge in and of itself that I'm going to be working in off camera. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. If you did enjoy the video, also be sure to subscribe so that you can see more of Aquatic Horizons. I'm really enjoying this series, guys, and I hope you are too. So please, again, let me know by leaving a like down below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video.